Okay, we're back.
Hi, everyone.
Somebody try to comment. Can they comment?
Hi. Welcome.
Is there somebody doing? Yep, somebody said hey.
Hey, Pamela, girl.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, come in.
Okay, want to make sure it's working.
All right, we good. We here.
There you go.
Ready for the party.
Woo!
Okay. Welcome in, everyone. Y'all just come in. Drop where you're from. Where are you from? From Alaska.
Thanks
Where
for
you at?
tuning in, guys.
Hi, Pamela.
Hey, Pam. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your patience, everyone. We have to work out some technical things with the new YouTube channel, but we got it working now, so we're super excited.
From Mobile. Okay, Mobile. I heard about y'all. I heard y'all out there partying instead of being in quarantine. What y'all doing? Hey, Danielle.
Hey, Danielle. Thanks for tuning in.
Y'all come in.
Pamela said, not me. She said, baby.
All right.
I'm quarantining, okay?
Good. I heard about Mobile now. I heard. Y'all just come in. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. I'm a rule follower. Listen. Follow them rules. Stay safe.
Danielle's tuning in from Nashville. Nashville represent.
Stand up.
Yes.
I love y'all's hot chicken.
Yes.
Nashville hot chicken. Yes. Y'all keep on coming in. Make sure you also share this if you can to your social media pages. We're gonna do a little giveaway for people that share this to their social media. So yes, please. Hey, babe.
My Faith. What's up, girl?
Hey,
thanks for tuning into the party.
We got our Beyonce going.
You know, we just
set the atmosphere.
We just vibing just a little bit, you know, tonight. Hey, girl. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks again for y'all's patience. We are letting them know where they're tuning in from, right?
Yes. So where you tuning in from? We got Mobile. We got Nashville.
Thank you, Faith. I appreciate it.
So again, welcome to the launch party of Brittany Morton's YouTube channel. Woo! I'm Victoria Allende. I will be your host this evening. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get to know Brittany a little bit better. We're going to play some fun games to get her a little flustered, get to know her real well. So
I brought my tissues, so I don't know how this going to turn out.
We don't know. We may be laughing till we crying or be crying. So we'll see how it goes. But again, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this with your friends on social media. So first question for you. Who is Brittany? Who is Brittany? Who are you?
That's a good question. I think before I answer the question, I've been on this journey in this season of my life of rediscovering who I am. Because for so long, I thought I knew who I was. But what I was realizing was, y'all, I was basing my identity based off what I did. So I was always like, oh, I'm Brittany, that's the leader. I'm Brittany, that's the minister. I'm the Brittany that leads Saving the City.
Yeah.
And so I've been in this season of like, okay, if all of those things are removed, who are you? And when I first asked myself the question outside of the work that I do and, you know, what I spend majority of my time doing, it was really hard for me to answer that question. And I had like a semi-meltdown because I'm like, how you 33 years old and you still trying to figure out who you are? And so I'm literally in a season of rediscovering who I am. I'm in a season of like stripping away. I think sometimes we can put on so many filters and so many masks of what we think people want us to be, or particularly when you become a Christian, what that's supposed to look like. And so I'm really challenging a lot of the things that I've associated, oh, this is who I am. Right. And so I I have an evolving answer for that. I know, of course, I'm a daughter of God. I know that's the foundation, but I'm also an artist, and, I love people, and I'm super passionate. Things about myself that I've always tried to hide and cover up because either I didn't understand it or because people didn't understand it. I'm coming to realize that the things you try to shun away are actually things of who you are, to embrace those things. So yeah, I'm just your girl that likes to have a good time. And 1 minute I can be praying and the next minute I can be twerking. So I just, I just working through that. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay.
Okay. And you said something really good there. I think sometimes we're not okay with not knowing exactly who we are or searching for identity even as we age. So like what do you say to people who are like kind of struggling with like, I really don't know who I am?
Yeah, I think the first thing is like acknowledging it. Like what I had to do was like, Brittany, who are you outside of this stuff? Right. And it was hard for me. Like I was journaling like, how you not know yourself? And it's like, because it's so easy to become what you do. And, whether you're a mother, whether you're a wife, whether you are a student, it's like, oh, I'm just a student. I'm just this. And it's like, no. So I think the first part of it is just acknowledging that there's more to me than what I've known myself to do. And then once you acknowledge it, beginning that journey of rediscovering, okay, who are you really? What do you like? What do you enjoy? What don't work for you? And being okay with even, saying those things. So I'll say acknowledging it first.
Okay. So we know you're not defined by what you do, but what all do you do? So I know some of us, people know you in different capacities. So what all do you do?
Okay, well, so my background is graphic design and marketing, and a lot of people don't know that because a lot of the marketing and stuff for Saving the City, people are like, well, who do that stuff? And I'm like, child, I'm the marketing department, the finance department, all of it. I'm like 15 departments. All of it. And so, but that was my background. I've been designing since I was 12 years old. And so I had my first business when I was 12. And so that's what I thought I was going to be doing my whole life. And then once I graduated with my degree, after a week of designing at a company, I was like, oh, this has got to be more to it than this. So that was my background. So I went from designing. My next career move was I became a manager. I was a manager at a wellness center here in Huntsville. I opened that up, established that, led people. And that's when I really figured out, oh, I got a gift for this. Right. And then in the midst of that is when Saving the City started. And Saving the City just started as like, this is a hobby or, just something that I did, but it came into something that became like a full-time job for me. So I do that full-time. I still design, I still brand, and now I'm getting into a lot of the other things as I'm rediscovering myself. I'm getting into a lot of the other things that I think for a long time I just suppressed or didn't give attention to because I couldn't figure out how it would all fit into this new narrative. Right. So
she does it all, y'all. She does it all.
Not everything, but and it's. I think that particularly as women, it's okay to embrace that because society tells you, oh, you can only be this, you can only be that. And I'm not saying that we should just go out here and try to do all of this stuff, but I do think that we would experience more fulfillment if we pursue more of our passions and more of the things. It's like I'm kind of into that, and let me kind of dig into that a little bit more to see why I'm into the things that I'm into.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good. And all y'all tuning in, if y'all have any questions that you have for Brittany, feel free to drop them. If anyone has any questions, we'll be watching that too. But while y'all are still pouring in, I want to go ahead and play a little game.
Okay, girl.
Okay. So this game is called Think Fast, right? So basically, these are a bunch of random questions.
Oh, Lord.
Some of them have no rhyme or reason to them. Okay. And just answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. It doesn't have to be right or wrong. There may be no right or wrong answer. Just answer really quickly.
Okay. Lord, help me not to overthink. I'm being delivered.
Listen. Okay. Hello. Listen. Are y'all ready? She ready? Y'all ready?
No judgment for these answers. Okay.
All right. You ready? Who can you always trust?
Oh gosh. I hate for it to be super spiritual, but I was like, God, I'm sorry. Like, depending on if a person having a bad day or not, I don't even know. But I'm like, he don't tell my business. He's a secret keeper. So I say, God.
God, what is the capital of Earth?
Universe.
Universe is the capital of Earth. How do you dance?
Wow.
In Antarctica, it's illegal to do what?
Ski. I don't know.
Ski in Antarctica. Okay. What are the names of the triplets?
The triplets. I have no idea. Sally, Billy, Will.
Sally, Billy, and Will. And when was yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Ding, ding, ding. I mean, like little sound effects. Ding, 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 ding. That was the first round of things.
Girl, the capital of the earth is the universe.
Universe.
Okay.
All right. I love that. I was a little straight. Like, I wasn't even the one being asked the questions when I was little.
I was like, wait, because you know, and that's another thing. It's like, we so programmed to think right or wrong. And there's so many things that aren't right or wrong. And so I'm having to reprogram my mind because so many times it's like, oh, that's wrong. And it's like, well, what's wrong? Who says it's wrong? Exactly. You know? So that's a whole thing.
That was fun. So we talked about a little bit about what you do. What do you feel has been your greatest accomplishment thus far?
I think my greatest accomplishment so far, I have two. I tell people all the time, like I said, I try not to be like, I try to be a very practical person. I can't just take stuff and be like, oh, I'm just going to do that because somebody else say do it. If it don't work for me, it don't work for me. If it does, it does. And so I think the state that I was in before I like started my relationship with God, you know, I was headed down the wrong path. And my life was going in the direction that it was not supposed to go in, and I wouldn't be here today if my life would have went in the direction that it was going in. And so I think the greatest accomplishment I had so far was like surrendering myself, you know, and like my plans for my life and acknowledging that I needed intervention of something that was beyond me. Because everything, like people had told me my whole life, okay, Brittany, do this, do that. You're going to be successful. You know, go to school. Okay, do that. Check mark. I did all these check marks and I found myself a graduate and life is not going the way I wanted it to go. And so I could have made a decision to keep going the path of what I could make happen, or to say, you know what, I need to surrender here and I need to try something else. And I need to invite someone else, and that happened to be my faith. But I think that has been like the biggest, because it steered everything else. But it takes courage, you know, to acknowledge that I need help and I don't have it together, and I need to lean on something that's deeper than me to guide my life.
Yeah. And you said something about surrendering your plans. I think people kind of, because we want a plan, right? But we know that God has a plan for us. So I think sometimes we make things a little too spiritual, you know, and sometimes we can sit stagnant and try to wait on God before we make a move. So how practically did you plan, but also wait for God and like surrender to God?
Oh, it's been a mess, y'all.
Ooh,
my journey has been, let me tell you, so the fact that it's been so jacked up and he still was able to not only use my life to help so many other women, but to create something as beautiful as what he's created through the ministry, it's nothing but a miracle, a wonder and a miracle. Because I was so, and I still am, I'm just growing. It's 10 years in the game now. So of course I've grown a lot. But when I tell you I was a mess when I started, and the thing was I had such, he used it, but it was such a like, you're insecure, you still do shoot you kind of way, you know, like all those things. So I've had to lead, and I've had to, you know, be this for others as I've tried to figure it out by myself. So all the time I've been saved, I've been leading. And so it's been a whole other dynamic, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not, I've been able to be like, okay, I'm going to take a season. And I could have, but I didn't. Oh, I'm just going to take this season, get myself together, and then come and do this. I've been learning and growing and leading other people as I've been trying to figure it out. And I think that's where a lot of my transparency comes from, because I don't know what I'm doing. And I did not know what I'm doing. And I've gotten this far and I know what I'm doing. So child, you can do it too. You know, like that's my position now because of the journey. But I don't think my journey could have went any other way. It just couldn't have, you know. And so although there are times where that resentment for certain things and regret tries to come up, I have to remind myself that really it had to go the way it's gone, because that's the only way you could have gotten to this point. You know, everything has been necessary. And so that's really helped me, you know. So that's, a mess, and a mess.
Let's see, does anyone have any questions? And keep dropping as more and more people are coming in. Let us know where you're coming in from. Let us know if you had any questions. Let's see. Questions. Any questions? Hey, everyone. Everyone just say hey. Hey, everybody.
Y'all just showing love. Thank y'all so much for the love.
We love y'all.
Someone said they didn't know something. So, okay, good. I wanted y'all to learn more about me through this. So, Yeah, we appreciate it. Oh, Ty, thank you so much.
So, want to get a little personal, but not like personal, but just like, we want to know more about you.
I told Victoria that nothing was off limits, so I was like, okay, that's fine. So
this one's a little light. So, what do you like doing? I think that's like a general question, but like, what do you like doing?
You know, I think people think, you know, it's funny because like my inner circle, they know how silly I am, and so I guess they talk to other people who I guess have a perception of me, and because of what I do, I guess some people think I just like hang out with Jesus all day or something. And it's like, fam, I am a normal person. The only difference between me and, you know, someone else is like I choose to, in spite of all my junk, I choose to like make myself available to be used to help other people. Yeah. That's the only difference. And then sometimes I probably get even more stuff, you know, than the average person because the enemy's like, okay, well, yeah, we're going to just mess up your life so you don't do what you're supposed to do. So yeah, I'm like a regular person, not really regular, but I'm, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I love, and I'm a little weird, so I love documentaries. I watch things that other people would not want to watch. I have infatuated with this continent of Africa. I think that I was born African, and then something happened in the hospital room. So I've watched like every African movie on Netflix, every African documentary on YouTube. I can't wait to go back. I love dancing. My favorite thing to watch is concerts. I went to 2 concerts this weekend. I went back to Coachella, and then we went to the Justin Timberlake concert this weekend, and I was getting it the whole time. So I love that. I love eating. I love sometimes if I'm in the mood, I like, you know, dressing and, you know, stuff like that. And I just really like having fun. And I have not always been here because when I first got into ministry, I was so trying to do everything right that I overcorrected, you know, trying to live for God and trying to be the leader. You know, my heart was in the right place. I wanted to be a good leader. I wanted to lead by example, but I ended up correcting where I lost myself in the midst of trying to be who I thought I needed to be for the sake of other people and not wanting to be a stumbling block for them. So I've had to come back and say, okay, what does this look like for you? And I've had to learn how to live again. Yeah. And so I'm in that. So ministry and stuff is heavy by itself. So I let the heavy stuff be heavy and I keep everything else light. That's why when you're around me, 1 minute I can be super serious and the next minute I can be super silly because I'm not going to be going crazy. Like saving the world. Saving the world. So yeah, that's what I like doing. I'm such a family person. My family is crazy. So we like have a good time, and I'm a deep filler, deep lover. So yeah, those are some things that I do, and I love experiences. So I'm the chick that will go on a trip by myself, go to all the museums. Like I love learning about cultures and just little weird stuff. So.
What's your favorite museum? I'm a museum girl myself.
I've been to like. Okay, that's a good question. Okay, I'm really into Black history. So, yeah, I got a whole thing with that. So I think like the museum in Birmingham, like I love like Black history and where we've come from and stuff like that. So any museum like that, I really like. And Memphis, I love that one too.
Anyone got any questions?
So I said, you're definitely not regular. So I was like, let me pull that back.
Not regular at all.
None of us are regular.
So you talked about family. You're a big family girl. Give me like a crazy family story.
Oh, girl, I got so many. So my dad, if y'all know my dad, like from the conferences and stuff, I get my personality from him. He's just like the most fun-loving person. The dancer, jump on a strip pole. Like we went to the club one time. Yes, y'all. Okay, so I was just getting saved, right? And so I was like, oh no, I can't go to the club. You know, like I was doing all this type of stuff. Like, so we went to a bar for somebody's birthday in my family. And I was just now getting saved. I was like in the stage of like, you go to hell type of thing, right? So, yes, girl. And so we go to this bar. So I get a Sprite. You know, like, I mean, a Sprite, you know, I love Lord. You know, and you know how you go to a place and the night change later. It's from a bar, like it's a full-blown club. I look up, everybody getting in. I'm just like, how did I get in here? And so, girl, we end up being in there like the whole night. I look up, this man is climbing a pole, like in the club, and it's like a lot of young people. My daddy sees so bad, and the whole club is like, Black. So that's the type of stuff we have in our family. Like we have a lot of fun. So y'all check it out because I'm gonna be dropping episodes of like with my family and my daddy, and like we have a lot of fun. So they're crazy.
Look at these comments. Okay, Pop, look, y'all would have been the same folks in the club and for him. Y'all would have been the people amping him. I thought would have been amping him too. Shoot. I love that.
Yeah.
So, if y'all don't have any questions, are y'all ready for another game? Y'all want another game?
I'm glad y'all thought it was funny because that definitely happened.
Let's see. So, I think I want to do this or that. Y'all like this or that? I love getting to know people do like this or that. So, this is some this or that. Okay. Hey, girl. Y'all like this Beyonce in the background? Y'all like it? We're just vibing. What is this, 2007 or something? You know what I'm saying?
We can just have a little dance break real quick. Y'all know them songs where it's like you ain't talking to nobody, but you talking to everybody, crying in the car like. I'll never ever find a man like you. You got me twisted. I love songs that's like remind you of your worth.
Listen,
because as women, you know, I'm gonna write a whole book about the last 10 years of me not knowing my worth and what that has got me into. So I love songs where it's just sometimes as a woman, you have to be reminded of your worth. Because when you love hard and you got a big heart and you see the best in everybody and you see potential, it can get you into some crazy type of situations. So anyway,
I'm sure we got stories for days. Have some snacks and just share stories.
Yes.
So y'all ready for this or that? All right. Day or night?
Nights. Not a day. Okay, not a morning.
I see what night owl.
Yes.
So if you had to your way, like when is the perfect time like to wake up?
When I wake up now, like if I don't have like get up for prayer or anything, like 10, I get my day started about 11, and then when you work for yourself, you can do that.
You can do that. You do what you want when you're popping, honey.
Listen, I make it work for me, you know.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm like,
let's see, comedy or drama?
I gotta pick one.
One.
I'm a drama girl.
I would put you as comedy.
I like stand up comedy, but I love like based off of true story type movies.
Okay.
Like that, I want to do movies like that one day. So yeah, I'm a drama girl. I love stories.
So are you like a CSI type of girl?
No. I just love stories. It's like based off of true story.
Okay.
I'm like, oh Lord, I'm gonna learn somebody.
Listen,
like
and start googling them after the
yes, girl. Like, is he right? Who is his wife? Who is kid? Like, I'm
what they doing now?
Yes.
Let's see. Ooh, this one's hard. Plane or road trip?
Road trip. Well, no. If I have to drive, no road trips, fam. I do not like driving over an hour and a half. I don't like long. No, I don't like driving.
Okay.
And you can probably tell by how I drive because I drive real fast and I'm always in a hurry. But I would probably say plane. But if I'm with people that I love because I love experiences, I would say road trip with me in the passenger seat.
Okay. Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Sweet.
Definitely. I just don't. Why would you want it to be sour?
You know how some people like pain? You don't want to hit you when the sour hits you like right there. I love that.
No, just give me sweet all day. Sweet. And I had a lot of sweet during quarantine this weekend. So
listen,
I'm like, okay, I got this.
Who been eating all the quarantine snacks, huh?
It's been out of control. I done had 2 donuts today.
Raise your hands.
It's just been, y'all just be honest. Just be honest.
It's judgment-free zone. I know y'all been eating these quarantine snacks and y'all been saying y'all gonna work out with these YouTube videos. Y'all haven't. I already know. Thank you, Stephanie. You've been eating these snacks, huh? And it's all right. You know, self-care is okay. And is that self-care or self-destruction? I don't know.
In moderation.
Have some fruit. Tacos or pizza while we're talking about quarantine snacks.
Taco Tuesday. I just did a taco salad last night. I've mastered my ground turkey seasoning. So, girl, we did taco salad last night. It was so good. And I got some leftovers. So I'm going to heat it up against that.
Is this seasoning that you got, is it a secret or you want to share?
No, like I'm like trying to go off of I'm trying to move from beef. I'm already off of pork. And so I started using ground turkey. But I was using all these brands, y'all, and I could not figure out. I love seasoned food. And it kept feeling like off. And so I had to get a certain brand, which I get Kroger 8515 brand. I do not get butter bar or anything like that. And then I use chili pepper and get some real good taco seasoning, and it's just, you can't even tell it's ground turkey. And I'm just like, yes, on to mastering the next recipe. So yeah, I would say taco. I like this one.
Bald or full head of hair?
I like hair. If I have my preference, I'll say, y'all hear that? Bald or full head of hair? I'll say hair would be. You know, I go to the barber shop, right? And so, just a short story, I was diagnosed with alopecia about 2 or 3 years ago. And so I had been dealing with hair loss since I was 12 years old. And we couldn't figure out, we thought it was perms, like my hair would grow and it would literally just fall out. So I had been dealing with that like all of my adolescence. That's why I had, one of the reasons why I had low self-esteem, because I was bone skinny, no breast, no booty, and then I don't have no hair. So I'm just like, my life is ruined, you know. And so when I moved back to Huntsville, my hair was doing fine. And about 5 years after being here, it broke off the worst it had ever broken off. And so I was like, okay, Brittany, you got to do something. You know, I had always equated beauty with long hair growing up, because that's the media says, you know, natural wasn't a thing then. You know, it's become a thing over the years, but that was not the thing when I was growing up. And so I went to a dermatologist in Birmingham. They finally diagnosed me, and then they gave me an option of either getting steroid shots in my head or wearing a wig. So I was like, shoot, I'm just going to wear a wig. I had signed up for the steroid shots, and then the day before, I was like, I'm not about to get shots in my head. And I was like, it was in a season of my life where when I first decided I was going to start loving myself, I went and bought me a new car and I went and cut all my hair off. And so I say that to say, you know, I used to be afraid to go to the barbershop, which there's going to be an episode dropping on my YouTube of me at the barbershop with the guys. But yeah, so now I go to the barbershop and it's my favorite place to go. So I get to see, I work with women all the time, but I get to see men transform, girls. So they come in the barbershop and they be like, yeah, what's up? Like, what's up? And then they leave out like, yeah, my boy, I see y'all. And I'm like, yes, haircuts. Yes, y'all gotta do these haircuts. And so I would say, yeah, I get them serious. So I think it's dope. Yeah. But it's okay, you know, because, you know, some things you can't control.
Right. But what about this? What about this, though? Bald with a beard or full head of hair with no beard?
I can do. Beards don't have to do. You know, a little nice, little, but they don't have to be. So yeah, you know, for me, me and my friend was talking last night. I was like, "Do you have a celebrity crush?" She was like, "No, not really. I got a few people I think that's cute." But I think for me, getting to know a person helps make them really attractive to me. And so I never liked the real cute guy. You know, that was like pretty cute. You know, like I ain't never, you know, like that type. But I like the person who was like, he cute, but then he has these other qualities that, like, man, he's like really attractive to me, like the person he is. And so I think that's what. So I've been a little open with that.
That's so mature.
So, well, you know, we got some other parts that ain't mature. We're getting there.
We getting there. All right.
We get there.
Y'all got any questions? Looking forward to the barbershop episode. I know.
Yeah.
Can we come?
Yeah. Shit, we may do one of these at the barbershop. I'm getting a lot of ideas for episodes. So
we're just gonna do it. I love that. So we talked a little bit
about. This is my song.
Do we need another break?
Y'all, this is my song. It's my song. This is where Bianca comes out, which is my alter ego.
Who is Bianca?
She's my alter ego. She been up for a while. But Bianca and this song back in the day, it was. Y'all look at Victoria's face.
I don't like. Cause we over here asking who is.
I used to be dance captain in college. I was there. I said my hips used to move like that. I used to leave it.
Like doing all.
I was getting it, okay? So yes, Bianca is my alter ego. So she may come around.
So we got Brittany and Beyonce and Bianca and Sasha.
Bianca with the K.
Bianca. Okay. She exotic. Okay.
Yes.
Bianca. What they say? We want Bianca to be featured on the channel. We want to see Bianca.
Jesus. I'm probably going to get my whole ministerial license taken away.
Bianca.
Like, oh, ma'am, give me the papers. Give me the Bible.
Can we hear a story about Bianca?
No.
Okay. Maybe later. Y'all make your request known in the comments.
Bianca's like would slash folks' tires and that's what I'm saying. Y'all people be thinking that because you do what you do, that you ma'am, no. Just was bold. Bad in a bad way. And bold. You just showing up in folks' houses with they woman there. Want to act crazy. You the side chick, but you coming showing up to ma'am. So yeah,
I can't wait for these episodes. I cannot wait for these episodes. I got
y'all pray.
They wanna know Bianca. Comments. Huh? Bring on the IG Live. Listen.
Y'all ain't gonna leave me alone with that. Okay.
Hey, it's South Carolina. What's up, South Carolina? What's up? Y'all turn in the comments. I love it.
Yes.
Bianca. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, girl, that's Bianca.
Okay. So, okay. Like,
Victoria was not ready.
I wasn't ready. Like, I know you crazy, but like I was not ready for Bianca.
Yeah, girl.
Let me see. This question, this might be for Bianca or Brittany. I don't know. What's your most embarrassing moment?
Okay, I was thinking about this earlier because I gave you that question. Y'all ever write your own questions and act like, I don't know, let me think about it. Yeah, I'm having that moment. Okay, let me tell you one of my most embarrassing moments, y'all. Okay, so I was in college, right? I was a freshman in college at A&M, and you know, I had never seen so many black men in my whole life. So backstory, I had a boyfriend in high school, and he was like so into me. You know, like all the ones that's really into me, I ain't want them. You know, that's a whole nother level of dysfunction we're working through. But anyway, so I get on the yard and I call him. I was like, yeah, baby, we're gonna be good while I'm in college because he was back in Nashville. Girl, I called him after we went on that yard. That person, I said, babe, I got to break up with you. Like, I just need to keep my options open. So I ended up breaking up with him. He was like devastated. And so we used to supposed to like walk on campus. We were not supposed to drive our cars on campus. But I used to wear heels. I wore heels every day for 4 years on campus. I don't know who she was, child, but she ain't that no more. Because listen, when you get older, baby, you got to have 2 pairs of shoes in the car. But anyway, so I'm like driving on campus or whatever. My car is new. My first car was a Buick. Somebody had broken into it. My mom had just bought the Solara that most people know I had for like 15 years. And so the car was new. My mom's like, I'm going to let you take my new car to college. I'm like, really? I was expecting to take the Buick. And I was going to be okay with that. And so I'm driving like everybody on the yard. And so like I got a little pass. I'm driving on the yard, whatever, boom, boom, boom. You know, I could have walked, but I'm like, no, I'm going to drive, find me a parking spot. I tried to park my car like up on the thing. Everybody's on the yard. I don't know how, but my car like hydroplanes goes over the bricks. Like, I don't know what I was in the air, came down, boom, on top of it. And everybody was on the yard like, and I said, oh, that's that pressure. I was like, oh my God. I was so embarrassed.
But was it raining though?
No, like, I don't know what happened. I thought it was some earth there, and it wasn't. And next thing I know, I was in the air.
How you hydroplane with no water? That's a new level.
Trying to be cute. Like, why you just don't walk your tail to class? That's what you get. That's the Teddy Riley, just doing too much.
Doing too much.
That's when you're doing too much. That's the type of stuff that happens. So just take your book bag and get to class. You want to drive and wear your heels and do all that stuff trying to be cute.
So did you still drive after that?
Absolutely.
She ain't learned her lesson. Wow.
So that was embarrassing.
Wow. People are laughing at you. Earth. Right. How'd you plane on the earth? On earth. Maybe it was some dude.
I don't know. I just know I was around and in the air. And by the time I came down, I thought I was going to lose my life. I don't even think I went to class that day. I was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it.
Shaking.
Because I don't want to get out this car and they really know who I am. And then, so yeah, I'll try again tomorrow.
So did you back up and like leave?
Yes.
Like, I'm weak.
And people like, are you okay? Are you okay? It's like, I'm not, but I'm going to go back to my room.
Black people know how to make an embarrassing moment even more embarrassing. Like, oh my God.
So yeah, that's embarrassing.
Like part of most of me is like weak, but the other part is like, oh, like my little freshman, like
I know, right? And I'm just like, that's what she get, you know. But yeah, I was that. That's what she get, girl. Yeah. So
she didn't want to walk in her heels,
y'all.
Let's see, driving wore them heels. Maybe it was the heels. Maybe we can blame the heels. Teddy, listen. She had a Teddy Riley mom. Listen. All right. And remember, y'all can drop questions in here.
Does anybody have any questions?
I know y'all want to know about Bianca, but I'm not probing y'all. I'm just saying. What's your favorite Beyonce song?
I don't know if I have a favorite. I can't think of the name of the one that when I really want to be turned. But this is one of my favorites. Like Diva is one of my favorites. But all of the whole Coachella performance, just like with the whole band thing, being going to HBCU. So I'll be doing my major dances in the living room with that.
Do y'all want to see that as well on the channel? Please make your request known.
I may have to do a reunion. I may have to shout out to some of the girls and Yvonne Briggs, and we may have to do like a little reunion. Yes, I used to just walk around with my belly out and stuff. I'm like, you want this stuff? So
yeah, we want to see that. So no favorite Beyonce song, but you have a favorite Beyonce era? Like, to me, in my mind, she split up between like pre-Jay-Z acting a fool and after Jay-Z acting a fool.
Yeah, I'm not like, and I know like everybody's like Beehive. I'm not like the biggest B fan, but as a visionary and as a boss, I have so much respect for her as an artist and how serious she takes her craft and how she redefines. I love anybody who's like, oh, you thought you knew this, but I'm going to go and switch the game with this. Right. And like create a whole nother standard. I respect people who operate at that level. And she's one of them that's done that. And so I respect her the most for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of visionaries.
Yes.
I think me and a lot of people out there would say that you're a visionary. How do you operate? Like, because shout out if y'all been to one of the Saving the City conferences, because them things are, the dance rate. Listen, sorry, this playlist is dangerous. But you are so, like, the way you imagine things, like, it's amazing, even when it comes down to graphics and things like that. So what's your process? Like, how do you operate?
For a long time, my giftedness tortured me. For a long time, I did not know how to manage how I'm wired. Because any visionary or creative knows you can be so bombarded with ideas, and then it's like, okay, if I try to explain this, are people going to understand it, type of thing. So I've even had a journey to like embrace who I am and how I'm wired, and it's okay to be weird. Can I just tell y'all, it's okay to be weird, because the weird people make the dopest stuff.
Listen.
And so I'm trying to really lean into that even more now, because if you're not careful, you'll start like diluting yourself and your creativity and what your contribution can be, because you're trying to find, okay, can I Google this? Is somebody already doing this? And it's like, no, that's why you're the genius behind it. So I'm trying to get back to that place, but I have to do brain dumps because I get so many ideas and so many visions. But I think me being able to visualize in my head is a gift from God. And so my process is like, I have to brain dump. So usually when we have a conference, I'm usually inspired by the word, inspired by something that I read, because I want everything to be rooted. Anybody can do a good idea, but it needs to be rooted in something bigger than you. It needs to be a message that's bigger than you, right? And so that's usually coming there, and I start seeing stuff. I literally started seeing stuff. And my biggest thing is like, I create experiences. I love creating experiences. I put myself in the person who's going to walk through the door shoes. I ask my team, what do they see? What do they hear? What do we want them to feel? And then we build our experiences around that. And so I think that's one of the favorite things that I'm gifted to do, that I've only kind of done in the context of Saving the City. That now I'm really excited to like break out of that box and do that for myself, but also do that for other people.
Right.
So so hit your girl up, because I'm going to be sharing even on my channel, like with my new business that I'm launching, like services and how to build other people's brands and how to help you build your experiences and, that type of stuff. But I think that's what I do. I do brain dumps, and I have to like write down everything, because if not, I'll miss you. You got to do the details.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And then you got to like tell the people your vision. So you got to bring them into and help them to see it, So I want to teach people how to do that.
Make your request known in the comments. We're looking forward to that.
Who is Bianca, the YouTube chick? Bianca, y'all really like Bianca.
Bianca, we gonna see Bianca at some point in time on this channel. Listen.
Yes.
Go ahead and dance. Oh, some people want you to dance.
Well, okay. Well, once we give the giveaway out, then I will end tonight by dancing for y'all. Because you know why? You know why I'm gonna dance? Because I conquered another fear today.
Yes.
Like the fact that I'm doing this, I'm gonna dance. Because I cannot believe I'm doing this. So
that's amazing.
We celebrating tonight. We celebrate tonight with a Sprite. Hi.
Hey, with a cherry on top. So let me see. How many questions? Who's Bianca? Woohoo! They excited. They want to see you dance. Okay. So everyone's loving this. Everyone's loving this YouTube channel. Why YouTube? And why now?
Yeah, I was telling somebody, I don't know where the idea for YouTube came up, because you got to know me. I don't really like being in front of people and stuff. So I was thinking about this on the way here, because I was like, I cannot remember when we were like, oh, we're going to do a YouTube. I don't remember when it happened. But I think it started with TK. Shout out to my videographer, my friend, Tevin Keith. Woo woo. I'm going to shout him out as if he's not in the corner. But I think it started when I met him. I met him last year, and I was trying to find a videographer for a lot of the Saving the City stuff. Because again, Brittany Morton, I wasn't like, Saving the City. And so I met him, and I was in a big transition in my life, which I still am in a very big transition. And I was just processing a lot of new information that my life is about to change. And I was a little scared. And he was like, hey, why don't we do a documentary? And I was like, okay, like he really pushed me. And I was like, okay. But in my mind, it was like, my life feels like it's falling apart right now. I do not want to let people into this. Let me figure some stuff out. And so he really helped me to like invite people into the process. And I think that's what's building like what I'm doing now. Yeah. So we started that process, and he was getting me at the most vulnerable places with this documentary, which it'll come out later this year. But I was like, cut the camera off, I'm gonna cry. He was like, no, like this is what they're supposed to see. Like, I'm feeling very vulnerable right now. I don't want anybody to see. But that's what I do. I would do that for the camera, but I've actually done it in my life. Right. And so this whole idea, like videography and stuff, it came from that. And so from there, he would just ask me different questions. And I think we came up with the idea of like becoming Brittany. And I was like, I should show people, because I realized I never introduced myself to the world. People only kind of know me in one context, but there's all these other parts of me. And so we got the idea for becoming Brittany. And then we had a meeting or something. He probably got another story with this, but he's like, yeah, you should do content and stuff. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. So we started recording episodes, and I started getting ideas. But it was one thing that he said. We were shooting for Saving the City. Remember when we did the Kanye, the lit one? Yeah. And I was in the bathroom with Chelsea. And he was like, you're a director. And I was like, and it just resonated with me. Like, I did not know all this time I've been directing. I've been a creative director with all the photo shoots we've done and with all the events we've done. And I was like, I am a director. So once I came into that, all these things I suppressed, the ideas for shows that I want to do and documentaries and storytelling that I've always loved doing, I was like, I can do that. And so that's how this journey started.
Beautiful. Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see my delicious little cards here. But they say becoming Brittany.
Is it upside down?
Is it? I don't know. Is it?
That's so funny.
So you kind of talked a little bit about becoming Brittany, but like tell us a little bit more, like what exactly is that?
Yeah, becoming Brittany is going to be one of the series that's on my YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And so I'll have different type of content. Like we'll be dropping every Thursday, but I have different types of content. I'll be doing some of my business stuff and like teaching people about leadership and brand consulting and coaching. But then there'll be a part of me with the ministry part of me of like giving people tips on how do you live this faith life. But the other part of me is like this becoming Brittany series. And so it's just going to be different episodes of inviting people into my life and the different things that I'm passionate about, that I enjoy doing. And so it's going to be good. Like I'm looking forward to y'all being a part of it. And it's like, I knew I was funny, but I was like, girl, you are watching my
hilarious.
I was like, girl, you is funny. So, so yeah, that's what becoming Brittany's about.
I love that. Let me see. You're right. Wow. I got y'all right here. Let me see. Y'all got any questions? Damn, they want to see them dances. They want to see them dances. I think one question. I love this question because I think it's like, would it make a difference? The question is, what advice would you give your younger self? And to me, that's a hard question because every experience you have makes you who you are.
Yeah. But
still, like, what advice would you give?
I would say just give yourself more grace. Because even now, I'm walking through healing and I'm walking through a lot of deliverance and stuff like that. And just trying to become the woman I always knew I was supposed to become. And one thing that has freed me was like, Brittany, nobody taught you this stuff. So you can't hold yourself to something that you were not exposed to at a young age. And so, I wouldn't be who I am if I did not make all the mistakes that I've made. And so I think one of the things that's really hindered me or whatever is like just being so hard on myself. Like when I would make a mistake or when I would have a fall, I'm very honest about my story. When I first started saving the city, like I was thinking like, I ain't having sex no more, like I serve the Lord now. 3 months later, I have a fall, catch an STD, and then I still got to show up and teach these girls when we're in a series about purity and, keeping yourself and stuff like that. And so, and then the time it would take me, I would walk in such levels of condemnation and guilt and shame and, just not wanting to be because of mistakes that I made, not knowing that I didn't know my worth. And I just wanted someone to love me. And that's why, I compromise my standards and, things like that. So I think for me, the only thing I would tell myself, a lot of things I would tell myself, I'm actually writing an ebook, like 20 things I would tell my 20-year-old self. But because there's so many things I wish I could just tell somebody like, girl, do not waste your time with somebody who don't know what they want. Like, I don't care what they say. If they don't know, just stuff like that I would share. But like, I wouldn't be here. Saving the City would not be here. Brittany Morton wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the things that I have not gone through and experienced. So extending myself, like, give yourself grace, girl. Forgive yourself quickly and get back up. That's what I would tell myself.
Are y'all listening to this? Y'all taking notes to this? Ooh, we got a good question from Korea.
Hey, Korea.
Korea Lawrence. What are you most excited about in your transition? What are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about making the transition from what I've seen in my head to what I'm walking out in my life. I think, and now that I'm working with women on the coaching level, it's like you see other people doing stuff and you're like, I can do that. Like I got ideas. I have journals full of ideas and stuff I've always said I was going to do. Yeah. And now I'm doing it. And it's like, it ain't even that hard. Like you just taking one step at a time. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm most excited about, although it makes me nervous. And every time I do something new, I'm very scared. Like tonight, I was very scared to do this, but I did it. But I think you really you can do this at every milestone. Like you did it. Yeah. And I'm having these personal private parties at NDI Reeves, boys. I have these because I'm at the point now. This is why timing is so important. Yeah. This is why seasons of being hidden is so important, because my motivation in another season of doing this stuff would have been wrong. Now I don't have anything to prove. I'm not trying to, I'm trying to do, no, I have something to prove to myself that I can do what I coach and teach everybody else that they can do. And if I can tell somebody else to believe in themselves, then I can believe in myself. And this is what believing in myself looks like. Yeah. And so I could, like if 2 people, if 3 people, but when I post something and I do something and it conquered a insecurity I've had my whole life, I'm like, you go, girl. And so that's my motivation. And along the way, I can help people. But I'm conquering personal things that I've suppressed and that I've lied to myself and disowned for myself for so long. And this now that we're seeing is like me saying, yeah, you heard. And embrace that. And if someone don't like it, that's okay. You're not for them, but you are for somebody, and work in it. And it's just that simple.
Especially that part, like being free from the opinions of people. I think you have such a hard time with that.
Yeah, and it's a process. It's like, do I care about what people think for the person? I don't care. Yes, you do. And you should care about somebody's opinion in your life to tell you, you need to come over. But the freedom, there's like levels and layers of freedom. Yeah. Every level you go to, you shed another layer of what people care about you. You shed another layer of this is who I am. You shed another layer. And so that's what I've been experiencing with every time God said go and I said no. Every time somebody said, Brittany, you got it in you. And I said, no, I don't. It's just other layers of being shed of like, you can step out there. And I'm just stepping out there a little bit more every time.
So that's amazing. So, ooh, we could have church right there about that.
Yeah.
Are you ready for another game?
I am.
Are y'all ready for another game? I think I want to go back to Think Fast.
Okay.
Got some other questions. But remember, think of the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay. There's no right or wrong answers.
I need to do this practice often.
Oh yeah, quick. And remember, everyone, we're doing a giveaway. If you share this to your social media, we're giving away Brittany's prayer journal.
Yes, I forgot to bring it in, but I want to give away one of my prayer journals to somebody.
So share it. All right. So we're gonna do Another round. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Why is the sun so hot?
It's yellow.
What were Obama's first words?
Go, girl.
What is over there?
Her. Him. I don't know.
Who drank the lemonade?
Chastity.
Chastity.
She just was with me.
Say something serious.
Serious.
Tell us a secret. You did good. You did good.
I did better that time.
It was no thinking.
She came over there like, Lord have mercy. This girl, where are we getting her from? I don't know, child. Y'all got me there. Y'all stuck with me. So
I love it. Let's see. Do y'all have any other questions?
Anybody have any other questions? I really enjoyed this. My hope was that we did this, one, to just celebrate, two, for y'all to get to know me a little bit more and to let them know. I think we'll ask that question of like what they can expect.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight.
Yes. Ooh, so we got some people, some of y'all are texting questions and stuff like that. That's cute. We got okay. We just gonna dig right in.
Okay.
What is your current love life situation looking like?
I would love to answer that question. It's a long story, but the short story is I just decided, no, it wasn't really a decision. Well, it was a decision for me. I have to go on and I plan to do a post about this. I'm having to go on like a dating, no men entertaining stuff fast for the next like couple of months. Because what I realized was like, every time we would start doing the work, me and the Lord, I get distracted. And most of it would be like stuff I would just entertain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just and we all kind of got the couple people. It's like, okay, yeah, I can just call them more, that type of thing. But I'm going through the season of like, no, operation shut down. Let's deal with some of these things so that you can really be ready for what God wants to do in your life. Mm-hmm. So I know that as soon as you say you're going to do something, you're going to be tempted. And so I'm like, child, I made a commitment to myself and I'm making a commitment to God that I'm going to finish out this process this term without being distracted so that I'm on the other side and ready to. So yeah, I'm not no love life right now because it's a lot of, I got layers and layers and layers of healing that needs to happen because I would go from situation to situation to situation. And it was like you an adulterous relation. It wasn't like a regular situation. It's like you mess with a married man situation and then you're gonna go to another situation and then you were like, it was like all of this stuff of years of dysfunction and now I'm saved and I'm leading, so I'm good. Right. But then there are still parts of me that's jacked up, although I'm strong in this area. And so I just gotta be a grown woman and say, Brittany, there's some work and some things that need to be done. It's not going to be done if you're entertaining, if you're dating, if you're doing all of that stuff. And if you'll sacrifice that season, then you won't have to, worry about it. And so that's like a revelation I got like 2 or 3 days ago. But I plan to share that story on my social media because I think there are some other people that need to do that in this season.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's so much content. Like, there's a list. Like, the watch later list, that you do like on YouTube or like Netflix.
Yeah.
Every time you're talking, I'm like, that's going to be a good episode.
I know, right?
Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed. Turn on your notifications so you can make sure you're on top of all of these stories coming, especially from Bianca.
TK got to change this song. I got to decide. Look, we talk about me not dating. We talk about sliding in you, babes. See, I told you as soon as I said that, man, that public distractions with those.
You know what I'm saying?
My God, I gotta focus. Focus, Jesus, you and me, Lord.
What's the next song on the playlist?
He play too much, y'all.
Don't turn it up. Don't turn it up.
But
turn it up.
She's hurting.
I'm weak. Let's see. Is there any other questions? So y'all been.
Yeah, I think that's it, y'all. Any more questions before? Because we can go out on this song.
Listen. So one last question.
Okay, girl.
What is next? What can we expect from this YouTube channel, from becoming Brittany? Like, what is next?
Yeah, it's a lot of things that's next. I'm in a season of transition. Mm-hmm. I don't know what all this is going to look like, but I'm just deciding I'm going to be okay with it. You know, everything that I've known is no longer. So I'm like, okay. But I think a few things that y'all can look, because one is my YouTube channel. Of course, if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to subscribe. I'll be doing posts, doing drop days every week. And so I'm looking forward to that. Like my episodes for Becoming Brittany. I'd love for y'all to share them and like them. I'm going to be doing some real raw conversations on my page.
Yeah.
I'm like that type of chick. I like to talk about stuff that other people don't want to talk about. I like to just be transparent about things that other people, particularly in church, be like, oh my God, like that's freedom. I want people to experience freedom because I think that's been the goal of my life. So that's that. I am also launching my personal like business and my brand. And so I have a coach. Shout out to my coach, Brittany Cole. And so we are defining what that's going to look like and what I'm going to offer the world and how I'm going to present myself to the world. So that's going to include a lot of consulting and coaching and speaking and writing and stuff like that. So I'll be working on that. I got some fashion stuff I'm working on. So yeah, because I kind of like made this shirt look like this, I take stuff. This was $5 at Rainbow. So I take this was $10 at H&M, and then these just y'all know y'all distressed jeans that it started off with a nice little cute little hole. Child, years later,
too many quarantine snacks,
everything out. So this what these cheesecakes. I don't wear these without them, but I got some fashion stuff I'm working on. So I'm just starting to explore a lot of the things that I just had an interest in. I'm gonna have fun doing it. So that's what I'm working on next.
I'm excited to see it. I know y'all excited to see it. Yeah. Thank y'all again for kicking it with us this evening, listening to Beyonce, hearing about her daddy going down a strip pole. Excited to see what else you got coming. So thank you for being so open with us. We look forward to seeing. Again, subscribe to this channel. Sign up for notifications, share, and how can we stay tuned with you? We know we got the YouTube page right here, but how else can we stay connected with you?
I'm on Instagram. Shout out to a goal. I've been more consistent on my Instagram page. I used to be so afraid to post on Instagram. So y'all can hit me up on Instagram. Brittany D. Morton on there. I'm on Twitter. Randomness be on my Twitter page. So Brittany D. Morton there. And I also just started a Facebook page, so Brittany D. Morton here. So, or my website is brittanyMorton.com.
Y'all got that. All right. So again, thank y'all for kicking it with us.
Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all's love and support.
Yes, and thank you.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all next time. Oh, she got to dance. Y'all remember she got to dance.
Hey. They don't know nothing about this. This one back in the day. What's that? They don't know about this. Hey.